Hi. I know it might be weird, meeting on a Wednesday, uh, but we um, wanted to discuss a few things. Review your progress, review some challenges that you still might be facing. So, yeah, are you ready to get into it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So, first question I have is, if you can sort of explain in your own words the progress that you've made recently?
Well, so far, I mean, I've kind of uh, mentioned to my daughter, um, kind of gave her hints. Um, I'm still not there quite yet there yet, and
Yeah.
I'm opening up to her, but I've given her, clues, and uh,
Yeah.
and I think she gets it, but she doesn't know how to ask. You know, um,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So, um, I guess I'm just taking it step by step. So.
Right. Right. Yeah. Step by step. So, do you think that that's been working well for you, taking it step by step?
I mean, it's slow process,
Yeah.
progress, but I think it's you know, I don't want to rush it because I'm not 100% sure how she's going to take it, like I discussed before
Yeah.
in the prior sessions. But um, yeah. So I'm just like I guess like they say, I'm putting my foot on the water, see if it's what does
Right.
that saying go? Yeah, yeah. So I
Seeing
don't
if
know.
if the water's cold or
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Or
I
warm
know
or
what
what.
you're trying to
Yeah.
say. um, cool. So, yeah, what strengths have helped you to overcome, if the water's cold, to um, overcome those challenges that you might face?
Well, strengths.
Hmm.
Um, can you give me an example?
So, for for uh, a lot of adults, a strength could be their work. For example, I know that you're going for the supervisory
Yes.
position, so I mean, without putting words in your mouth, that for me that would be a strength.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, just whatever you feel helps. It's sort of a rephrasal of the last
Well,
question. Just
yeah, yeah,
things.
but for me, that strength is a little bit different when it comes to
Mhm.
uh, my daughter. Like
Yeah,
the private side of me, and at work, I'm more confident, more outgoing, more. Um, I put myself out there, but when it comes to
gotcha.
my daughter, it's a little bit different because it could go either way. It could go a positive way. She could, accept me for who I am, or she could just, never want to see me again, and that's
Yeah.
something that I can't live with.
Right. Right. So, if I'm understanding you correctly, now, you know, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah, no
but
problem.
I what I understand you saying is you feel confident in certain aspects of your life, but when it comes to really close personal relationships, that
Yeah, that
might
I value. Yeah.
yeah, that you value that because you value it so much, it
Mhm.
feels you feel more pressure.
Yes.
Okay, how does that feel? Can you describe how that pressure feels for you?
It feels like I'm walking on eggshells, or I'm walking
Hmm.
a fine line. Um, yeah. So it's um, yeah. I mean, so I'm glad I'm doing these sessions because
Yeah.
it does help. Um, talking about it, like I said, the only people that I talked about it before, talked with, it was my parents. Um, so this is somebody else, outside, my family. Um, so yeah, it helps to bounce off ideas, get any ideas that you might have, suggestions on how to, you know, move this process a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So I'm always open to, ideas.
Right. Right. Yeah, I understand that, and the quicker the better, of course. Um, I feel like that's enough about your strengths. I feel like you've also discussed your some of the challenges. With the challenges, as I stated in the first session. I mean, I stated a lot, so maybe you don't remember, but we stated that that being a danger to yourself or a danger to others might occur during our sessions, during or after or in between. So I want to be sure that I address that, seeing where you're at with that. So um, and if you don't feel comfortable answering the questions, you don't have to. Just tell me that you don't want to answer it, and
No,
yeah,
no, I mean, I feel like I'm in a safe place here
okay,
with you. So,
great,
yeah, I will tell you if I felt like, uh, I mean, I think the only way that I guess my religious background uh,
yeah,
was what is my strength, but also keeps me from thinking of, hurting myself, because
yeah,
of religion, it's not something that's in my religion is not it's not a positive thing. It's not yeah, it's not so that's not something that we should even think about.
yeah, yeah. So
So I guess
I
that's one of my strengths.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it certainly, definitely. So do you, we so that's great that it's not seen as a positive thing. What where we want to be is where instead of maybe being afraid, and correct me if again if I'm wrong, instead of being afraid of committing that action, we do it because, or I'm sorry, we avoid killing ourselves or hurting ourselves, um, because we want to be here, sort of thing. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not. So you told me that
Mhm.
that
It's not even, yeah, it's not even in my mind. Like I
it's
said,
not even okay.
no,
That
it's my,
was
my
going to be my
religion. Yeah,
question.
it's my strength and
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Great. So yeah, no plan. Would you like to discuss a safety plan eventually?
Yeah. Maybe, because we're not perfect, we're still
Yeah.
human. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily saying that that it's going to happen, that you're going to
Yeah,
need
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Um,
I get it.
yeah. Yeah. So great. Yeah. And as so while we're thinking about, let's see, we have around like I said last time, we have around 2 minutes left. I like
Yeah, no
to
worries.
tell the time. So as we think about wrapping up our sessions, how do you feel about our progress?
I feel like we still have a lot more to work on, So maybe I'm sorry, just a little bit tired, from work,
Yeah.
those long
Yeah.
days at the shop.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think maybe, so maybe thinking about maybe if you're open to it, or if you have the availability to maybe extend our sessions, or maybe, if you can't do it, maybe refer me over to one of your colleagues or something like that, that you feel,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and I apologize again. I said a lot during the first session, and I apologize if I didn't
Oh, you
mention
don't have to
this.
apologize. It's fine.
Cool. I appreciate that. So just something that, because you're not going to need therapy forever.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
so we just always want to um, continue with these conversations about how you'll feel, what will make you feel safe for a discharge,
Oh,
if that
okay.
makes sense. It's not necessarily saying that right now
Oh,
we're
okay. Okay.
discharging. I'm
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
simply, yeah, that. So yeah, and so far I've really enjoyed our time together. I really kudos to you for the strengths that you've achieved, and yeah, just keep it up. Um, yeah. Do you have so our time is up, but do you have any other questions for me, or
No, like when is the next session?
yeah,
And also, if it may be possible, if you could send me, via email, any tools,
yeah,
that maybe are like, like that help me with, talking to my daughter about, coming out to her, and yeah, anything like that, making
hmm,
it easier, just provide me some tools.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So we still need to plan to have the family session together,
Yes, yes, yes.
and
Hmm.
so yes, we can plan on doing that next session, and before that, I will provide you, some homework, um, for a lack of a better term, to
Yeah, yeah.
um,
And that's good because it puts a little bit of fire under me to
yeah,
get, talk to her, and and invite her to
yeah,
our session. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, just providing you with resources to prepare you for that, and
Mhm.
to help you feel, to help you and your daughter feel that this is a safe place for both of you. So
Mhm.
yeah. All right. So next uh, Monday, would that work for
Yeah, that worked.
you?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, great. All right.